What do you feel I'm hesitant to speak to you about and why?
Oh, okay. It's a switch. Okay. I think. How do you describe the story of us to others?
Story of our lives. I get online and I was taking like a little vacation and I swipe on this guy on a dating app who is so cute. I was like, oh, he's fine. But who's also like an athlete. He's Christian. Okay, points. You know what I'm saying? But then like, he's probably one of them. So I just, what do you mean? You know that. Like the perception that athletes are always. So I was just like, I don't know if this is going to go anywhere, but I just swiped right on you. You swipe right on me. We match. And then like I hit you up type of thing. So the story of us is me shooting my little shot. Yeah. And so then the story of us after that wrote itself. Yeah. But I just think, I fell in love with some guy I had never met, but it felt like you were designed for me and I was designed for you. What is it about me that enables something special in you?
What is it about you that...
what can brown do for you? What is it?
I think... I don't know how to actually explain it. Because you're bubbly, it makes me kind of...
Also bubbly?
Also want to be bubbly at times.
And you are.
Yeah, and I am. And it's like, but I'm not like that with like... just anyone, if that makes sense. Like,
and you're not
it's not anyone that kind of gets me to get to that point of like, you just kind of just be bubbly.
I bring out your bubbles?
The law, because you like kids and you kind of know how to get
be with kids.
Yeah,
deal
be with kids, be excited and stuff. So you kind of bring that kid in me sometimes, like, I guess I can let this guy come out for a little bit.
I guess he can have the weekend off.
So, all right, guys. Just go. Yeah,
he could have some PTO.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So it's
That is actually really interesting that you say it because it reminded me of like when we first met. Do you remember like the poems I wrote to you?
Poems, yeah.
You being like a boy who was like a driftwood king on a beach, and you built this fortress. Yeah. And when I saw that picture, I was like, oh, like that's me. I'm this like little rebel girl kid who's like, hey, you want to go play with me? Like, you want to go be my friend?
Yeah.
And you had built up all this like dead, tough, scary driftwood around you to like protect yourself from people. But you were just a little boy inside who just really just wanted a friend to play with.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You see that, and you and you do a really good job at being a good friend to that little boy.
Oh, thank you. You're my friend too.
What do you suspect concerns me the most about us, and what advice do you have in regards of that? In regards to that?
I think it's pretty clear. Yeah.
Is it now?
Is it?
Okay.
Es la cosa que you always get on me the most about. Not get on me, but you have expressed more like a broken record how much it has affected our relationship is me traveling for work. Yeah. Oh yeah. You want me to show you what it would look like to be this like stationary kind of calm, I don't know what calm, but like stationary person for most of the year. And I'm out here running around for every single gig and audition and call, and it became tough for both of us. Like I started to miss you. What last year I think really forced me to do was reckon with where my career was taking me, but then reckon with like what my number one priority is. And if you put it in my hand and you say, build a family and be present with your partner and, build up this kind of unit that we're working on versus, jump straight to, Oscars, that means da-da-da-da. It's like, this means way more to me than building up a career. Though I am active as heck over here, this is the one that I think will like fulfill me the most and does fulfill me. So there were so many choices like I've never had to make in my life, especially in the summer, where it was very uncomfortable and it was very like tough because it's like, oh, you know, people always want to be like, make women choose career or family and kids. But
but you know, I'm not trying to have you choose that.
That's what I'm saying. It's not you, but I feel the pull.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% comfortable in the balance of the choices that I make between what I can see is clearly like affecting us and the peace that we share in the calm. I'm like working on it and that I did work on it.
I know. I mean, I see it. I'm thankful that you're making the choice to do that. And obviously, again, for me, it's, yes, I would like to spend more time with you. And it's a bit of a selfish design request from me, but also because I've seen how the traveling affects you. I'm like, it's selfish, but it's also unselfish because you're
protecting me.
I'm trying to protect you. My, I guess, kind of job is to help you and help you, make you aware of where the balance will kind of when you're like overshifting and trying to find the balance in doing all that and still going where you want to go with everything else in your life.
In a healthy way. Yeah.
In a healthy way.
You're hired. I like your job.
Thank you.
Yeah. What do you feel I'm hesitant to speak to you about and why?
Oh, okay. Switch. Okay. I think you're hesitant to speak about marriage and commitment. Why? Is because of my kind of, I'm not sure what the word is, like, I want to say my reluctance to speak about it.
I think we're just aware of each other's personalities and I can be super eager about things. So I take that and I find the right space for it. And you've just been like, we will get there and we are on the road. I think, I think, well, just to offer an explanation as to why that is also is. Yeah. Well,
the way we go about marriage in our culture is a bit different. I've shared some of it with you, but I don't think we've quite kind of covered everything. And so just to not say too much, but that's kind of part of why I'm like, I want you to be excited about it. I want you to look forward to it, but there is for me, right, necessity to like keep it, like you said, lead on that. And then, I need to lead on that, and then just align with what culturally is kind of expected. For example, my mom and my dad got married, like, it wasn't really her choice, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
She was kind of like
arranged.
Yeah, it's kind of arranged. And so obviously that's not what's happening here, right? And a lot of, obviously, the Caribbean culture is, and not a lot of it, some of the Caribbean culture and the more traditional ones are still sometimes arranged. And so, like, do I agree with it necessarily? No, but out of like respect for that tradition, I'm not the one that is supposed to like kind of
choose and initiate and seek out your partner.
Yes, so I'm not that's not gonna be me. Like once the initiation happens, once that happens, then we can start talking about, oh, okay, yeah. So how do you want to do that, and how do you want to do that?
I feel that, yeah.
Right.
And you know, there's things on like our side too that you probably, you probably need to learn about still.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get that, and that's probably why I'm hesitant, is because I know that my excitement turns to planning, because there it is.
And then your planning turns to my anxiety.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the reason for the hesitation. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It's the fact that if I get very hyped, we're going to start putting some pen to paper and doing something about it, because the things that I like, I pursue. And the things that delight me, I consume. Mm-hmm. And I want to go forward and I want to do it. That's why we talk about it with the girls.
For now, yes.
Right now, we're working on stones.
When you've seen me, when have you seen me the most vulnerable? And what did it teach you about loving me? When have you seen me the most vulnerable, and what did it teach you about loving me?
That's actually really funny that both of those things are paired in the same question. Because I saw you the most vulnerable before we were officially boyfriend and girlfriend.
Oh yeah, that's true.
When we were long distance and we were on the phone, and you're going through like a really tough time that night, and and you called me, or we talked, and as we were like on the phone, like I felt so important that like you had reached out to me, of like all the people you could have talked to in the world. What it taught me about loving you, you said?
Yeah.
Because what it taught me is like, oh, I love him. I knew I loved you like in that moment because, yeah. And I said it in the same moment because I didn't waste any time. Remember? I was just like, I know that I love you.
Oh.
Do you remember on the phone that night? Yeah. I just wanted you to know like how loved you are and how special you are, no matter like what you're going through. Not just by like people, but like, I love you.
I have a hard time with doing my emotions at times.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be with you, because when you share, I feel safe to share, and I feel like, you know, it's okay to feel the way I feel, however it is that I feel. Yeah. So, yeah. That's nice.
I love your feelings. I love you too. What does my love feel like?
It feels safe. And the safety is associated to your voice. Like, yeah, like when you, there's a tone you have, or there's a tone you have when you want to express your love, when you feel loving, when you feel warm, and that tone makes me feel safe.
That's cute. I never knew you liked my voice like that.
That's the first thing. That's when we started talking. That was the very first thing I told you. Is like, remember, I had a song for you about your voice.
You're unlocking like a chasm in my brain. Wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
Joy, I like your voice. You remember, it was like
Joy, I love your voice, or something.
Yeah, it was like really beginning,
Oh, I
like
remember
3 years ago.
that.
Yeah,
I was in my parents' kitchen.
yeah.
And you started singing to me. And I was like, I'm in love?
That's funny.
You could get it Tuesday? Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
every day of the week? What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, I was down. I was down bad when you started singing to me.
Really?
Yeah, especially singing to me in French. I was down bad. That's true. You like my voice. Aw. Thanks, baby.
Yeah, of course. Okay. What is your greatest hope for us?
That we get married and have kids and live forever. No, I'm just kidding.
Kidding.
I don't want to live forever.
Okay. No, okay. Not that part. Okay. Okay.
My greatest hope is always like the respect that we like hold for each other, we keep. and the interest in each other. Like, I don't want, the way you're my best friend, like, I don't ever want to become boring to you. I don't ever want to get bored of you. I don't think I ever could. But it's just that, like, the magnetism that we have now, and we're like young, whatever you want to call it. I think I just hope that that endures for a very long time. I hope we can build, I mean, like you said, there's a girls chat, there's a group chat, and then there's our conversations. But I feel safe knowing, like, wherever we go, like, wherever you take us, I feel safe in. It is blissfully nice to have things like that that are outside of my control. Because I met you and it's like, okay, I can be taken care of. I can be treated like a princess. I can be spoiled. I can be put in check. I can be all the things. And I don't have to be the author, writer, editor, costume designer, location scout, like, of it all.
Yeah.
I can just live it, and you will take care of that.
Yep.
And then God will take care of the rest.
Amen.
Amen.
If you enjoyed that conversation at the end, visit theskindeep.com/shop, where you'll find more of our products to create the space to explore the relationships that are most important to you.